My name is Gabriella Dunn, and I am tenacious. My tenacity as a reporter comes out in my interviewing style and also in my approach to telling stories. As a multimedia journalist, I tell stories over all kinds of media, including broadcast, print, online, and radio. Whether working on breaking news, at a news conference, or reporting on a live shot, I'm intensely competitive. I'm probably proudest of my coverage about the rise of cellulosic ethanol in Iowa, a highly important issue to the state that I uncovered exclusively. That story is coming up right now. Thank you so much for watching my resume reel. Enjoy. It runs in your car just like corn ethanol, but it's made entirely from landfill gunk. And right now, Iowa City is looking into joining this new trashanol trend. But before we get too excited, no one has ever made trashanol on a commercial scale in the United States. A company called Fiberite is moving into eastern Iowa and wants to test its large-scale project on Iowa City as a pre-processing center. Fiberite would sort out the garbage they can convert into ethanol, and anything they can't use will just go back into the landfill. After sorting, the waste would then get trucked here to Blairstown, where this ethanol plant is being retrofitted to use your regular waste as its feedstock instead of corn cobs.
It's a fascinating concept to think that we could do the landfilling process a lot different. You know, it's an exciting opportunity.
Elias said for the past 40 years, the landfill has operated without much change. And right now, Iowa City handles roughly 400 tons of trash every day.
We need to take steps to reduce what goes into our landfill.
And taking those steps has to come pretty soon because the landfill will reach capacity in 20 to 25 years. But before taking any new steps, the City Council wants to watch Marion's work with Fiberite as a pre-processing center.
We feel that we're going to be a leader. We feel that once this starts, we'll have a stream of individuals coming by looking at this facility to see what they can do with their waste.
On the other hand, Mayor Hayek says he's weary of leading the way.
To be a pioneer on something that is untested means you're spending a lot of money and you're taking a lot of risk and you don't know exactly how it's going to turn out.
But not everybody likes this plan. One of those opponents is Mike Carberry, who has been vocal in his concerns about how Fiberite will affect the environment. He wants the city to pursue more curbside recycling because right now Iowa City does not have any recycling for apartments with more than 4 units, which make up 40% of the population. And even for those who do have recycling, they still have to sort out the material into categories.
That makes it more difficult for citizens of Iowa City to actually recycle, and it becomes a pain in the drain, and a lot of people just don't do it. They can't be bothered.
More than 70% of what goes into the landfill is recyclable material, and Fiberite says they could use that waste for trashanol. Turning landfill junk into fuel for your car is no longer just a crazy idea. It's now becoming a reality here in eastern Iowa. Gabriella Dunn, Daily Iowan TV.
You may wonder now, come I love you, when you get on my nerves, what I can do.
Having a concert for a political campaign is a bit out of the box for traditional Johnson County elections, but that was just the idea for County Attorney candidate John Zimmerman.
Folks who are attracted to live music tend to be more likely to be supportive of my campaign, so that's a good demographic for me.
On Saturday, the Democratic candidate hosted a day-long concert to gain attention from younger voters. Even though Zimmerman is getting a lot of attention from students here in the Piedmont, he's facing tough competition against his opponent Janet Linus, who has held the position as county attorney for the past 8 years. Zimmerman and Linus are both Democrats running for the position, but Linus says her background of experience and work in the county attorney's office set her apart as candidate for a third term.
It's very easy for somebody to say, oh, well, you should do this, this, and this, and not really have any idea whether that's been tried or not.
Linus says that she has been working to address the issues in Johnson County, but Zimmerman isn't satisfied with the work she's done so far.
For people who are satisfied with how things are done now, then she is your candidate. But so I am the candidate who's proposing some pretty significant changes.
While voter turnout for students is typically low for county elections, Zimmerman said he's going to have 6 more events in the Piedmont to reach an audience that he says is vital to his campaign. Gabriella Dunn, Daily Iowan TV. Hi guys, I'm here at Prairie Lights Bookstore, which was just named as a top 5 finalist for the 2014 Bookstore of the Year by Publishers Weekly. There were 9 categories that the award assessed, and one of those was community involvement. And this book and these postcards right here are an example of Prairie Lights' ties to a younger generation in our community, and a big reason that they made the national top 5.
El perro estaba guapo.
These kids are all part of the Iowa Youth Writing Project, a nonprofit outreach program started by UI Writers Workshop graduates. And last year, the program expanded their reach to bilingual elementary students.
La madre del gato y perro estaba bonita y vieja. It's like a cat. He's yellow and the dog is green. And
They're opposites, right?
Yeah, but they're friends.
Just like Adriana, the other bilingual kids in the program are encouraged to write and think creatively in Spanish, which is a contrast from the emphasis on English in their regular school day.
Spanish is really prioritized, and it isn't an afterthought, and it isn't something that's just for home, but it's a real way to kind of have it be part of your identity.
Malik said it's especially important to encourage kids to use their Spanish writing skills while they're still young. While these kids practiced Spanish at Lemmy Elementary, the kids over at Mark Twain were anything but camera shy.
I like to know what happened in my life.
While they may be rambunctious, on the bookshelves at Prairie Lights, these kids are the mini authors of Iowa City. Gabriella Dunn, Daily Iowan TV.